Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been holding a lot of shit in lately. Man, I just had like a 3.5 hour cry.
It seems like Diddy is finally getting what he deserves after getting away from sticky situations all those years in the industry. After he got exposed in the recent lawsuits that was filed by music producer Lil Rod, people started looking into the case even more. This wasn't the first lawsuit that exposed Diddy for being involved in sex trafficking. The previous lawsuit that was filed against him by his ex of almost 10 years, Cassie Ventura, also talked about how he forced her to be involved with sex workers. Now this was all brushed off for the longest time, and Diddy always got out of these sticky situations thanks to his connections in the industry. But that has all changed now. It turns out that Lil Rod was onto something when he filed that lawsuit against Diddy, because in the lawsuit, he claimed that there was video and audio proof that convicts Diddy of all the crimes that he has done.
Wow, you guys, if you thought it couldn't get any worse, it actually does. Diddy's being hit with another SA lawsuit, but this time from a former male employee. And he's saying that Diddy would touch him inappropriately.
Based on all of that, the Homeland Security agents raided the music mogul's house in Miami to investigate the sex trafficking charges even more.
Breaking news, the Department of Homeland Security has just confirmed to CNN that federal law enforcement agents have raided properties owned by musician and producer Sean Diddy Combs.
Now we all know that such authorities never get involved unless they have definitive proof that something is going on. And just the fact that Homeland Security is involved should tell you that Diddy is finally going down for good. This isn't the only property that Diddy owns, so the game has just started and his other homes will be getting raided as well. According to sources, the authorities left with boxes full of evidence, and that is going to be more than enough to convict Diddy of all the horrible crimes he has done. But don't get too excited just yet, because Diddy, being the slippery snake that he is, has figured out how to get out of this issue as well. You see, this time, he was not alone in going down. Lil Rod mentioned Diddy's son in the lawsuit as well for being involved in all the crimes. So Diddy had to protect his son and, more importantly, himself. So he decided to rat all his connections out to the authorities just so he could get a more lenient ruling in the court.
I just let it all out. Well, as much as I could tap into. That shit felt great. Sometimes you gotta let that shit out.
So not only Diddy, but a bunch of other big names from the industry might be going down soon. There is a lot to unpack here, so let's not waste any more time and jump right into it. You're watching The Celebrity Fix, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about how the authorities raided Diddy's home and how Diddy exposed 10 other rappers to save his son's life. But before we get to spilling all the tea on that, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. So for those of you who live under a rock, Diddy's home in Miami was just raided by the authorities. We don't know exactly why this happened, but our sources have confirmed the story. So let us tell you everything that happened recently. A lawsuit was filed against Diddy by the music producer Lil Rod, who worked with the music mogul for around a year some time ago on his recent album Love.
I took a year off straight working on this album. That album is the Love album, Off the Grid by Diddy. And it's Grammy nominated right now as we speak. I should be celebrating, but the truth is I'm not.
Lil Rod talked about a lot of things in his lawsuit and accused Diddy of every bad thing that you could imagine. He said that he wasn't compensated for the work he put in. And if that wasn't bad enough, he also revealed that he was groomed and assaulted by the music mogul. Along with all of this, he mentioned Diddy's freaky sex parties as well, which Diddy calls freak-offs. Now this wasn't the first time we had heard of these parties. Everyone knows the things that Diddy has done and that he does behind closed doors. Not too long ago, his ex Cassie Ventura also mentioned such parties in her lawsuit against him. And she said that Diddy would hire sex workers and force her to fornicate with them. But Cassie didn't have any proof of any of this, but that's where Lil Rod popped off. In his lawsuit, he revealed that while he was working with Diddy, he came to know that Diddy had cameras installed all over his property. In his parties, Diddy would invite famous, powerful people from the industry and record them without their knowledge. This is how he controlled so many people in the industry. Who knew that all of this was going to come back to bite him in the ass like this? Lil Rod claimed that there was not only video footage, but also audio recordings of all the crimes that Diddy had committed.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
He even said that he had some of these recordings in his possession and that Diddy was threatening the safety of his family and of himself. Sources say that Lil Rod handed over these recordings to the authorities, which motivated them to investigate further because they knew something was wrong. Now here's the fun part. In the lawsuit, Lil Rod also mentioned Diddy's son. He said that Diddy's son was involved with some underage prostitutes and illegal drugs. Not only that, but he also mentioned that there was sale of illegal firearms being conducted at the property. Now this was all that was needed to put down Diddy for good. Once the authorities have everything that Lil Rod says is there, Diddy would have no choice but to surrender. If this was a matter of the police, he would have gotten out of it without any problems. But now, Homeland Security is involved, and some sources are saying that the feds might get involved soon too. It makes us all really happy to see Diddy finally going down. But wait, he might not be able to get out of this right away, but he already has a trick up his sleeve. According to our sources, he's ratting out all his connections to the authorities and helping them catch everyone. This way, he'd be able to get out of this without getting what he truly deserves. But hold on for a minute. Before we go on with the video and tell you all about the people Diddy is ratting out, do us a little favor and share this video with a friend who might enjoy our content. So we all know that the only reason Diddy got out of all those problems all these years is because he has some pretty powerful connections in the industry. It's one of the ways that he got on top of the music game. But now, all of that is going downhill because he just named people that have been involved with him. So all those people who were accomplices to his crimes are also going to come down. According to some sources, he named around 10 names, and there's more to come. Fans thought that after his home got raided, he fled the city, but that wasn't the case. He was spotted talking to the authorities, probably telling them about all the people that are in this with him. Now, why would he do that? Well, for a lot of reasons. One could be for witness protection, because the only reason he was so strong was because he was associated with even stronger people. And now that he's going down, they would have tried to cut him out of the picture. Not to mention that doing this would also ensure that his sentence is a lot more lenient than the others, and his son might even get out of this whole mess unharmed. A representative of Diddy was reached out for a statement, but none have been given at the moment. The last we heard from his team was when he denied everything in Lil Rod's lawsuit, but we all know that if it was all just accusations, Diddy's house would not have been getting raided right now.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been holding a lot of shit in lately. Oh, man, I just had like a 3.5-hour cry.
And that was all we had time for in today's video. Do you think Diddy is going to get out of this one as well? Do you think his son is going to be prosecuted, or do you think he's going to walk free? What do you think will happen next in this saga? Let us know all your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future. And with all of that out of the way, as always, we will see you in our next video right here at The Celebrity Fix.